moment. We'll kick things off in just a second here. Alrighty. I think we're ready. Let's see if we can't grab some more gold and maybe some cool upgrades. That'd be great. I think we've got a game update coming very soon. Looking forward to that. We got 900 bucks in the wallet. I really don't want to throw all this back. I don't know that there's anything we can buy right now to avoid doing that. Alright, I guess we're tossing it back. Figured Sunday night was as good a time as any. Jump back in. It's been a day or two since I've played some Rogue Legacy 2. This week I was getting a lot of it in, actually. Heck of a room. I think the whole point of this 8-ball is to intentionally bounce it off of, you know, a wall or whatever before it hits the enemy. I think it does more damage that way. Oh, that was close. Not even sure what hit me there. Oh. Good shot, I bet. Figure out lots of great ways to do some damage to you in this game, let me tell you. Usually takes me a warm-up round or two. And then I'll have one where I do like 4,000 in gold. Right now, to be honest, that's what it takes to get an upgrade. They're quite expensive now. Big eyeball down there. I was taking a look at the patch notes for this game, and it turns out that this ability to look like that was an ask that came out of the community. So the devs definitely listen. It's really neat. Definitely a excellent feature that they added as well. I'm not always remembering to use it, but it has saved my ass a few times. Kitty, what's going on? I know. It is that type of game. Very NES and Sega and SNES, right? I was taking a look at Twitter. It looked like you knocked out an achievement in, looked like Tomb Raider. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good as well. It's you know, pretty cold out by me. Aside from that, though, I don't have too many complaints. The world seems to be headed in a more normal direction, and that's therapeutic for me. Seeing the number head in the correct direction feels good to watch. But I've just been gaming when I can. Yeah, I think we all are, right? I just had a family member get the vaccine because they're, you know, they're on the front line. So things are starting to happen. Like I say, it's a new and much more positive number for us to all keep track of. So you said you've been taking a break. What was the last one you were playing? Yeah, I can only imagine. You know, my work allows me to work from home, and I've worked from home for the last I don't know, 2.5, 3 years or so. And so when this massive change happened for a lot of people, you know, a lot of people, they don't love working from home. It's not natural for them, and they all had to go through that change while everything else was nutty on top of it. But I'm sitting here going, well, this is fine. This is, you know, this is great. I like this setup. But I've always felt for you know, the people that do have to go in, and of course they're hearing from their co-workers that are also on the front line that are, you know, having tough times. So I can't imagine, but thank you for what you do. You know, in addition to all that, you got people losing their jobs left and right. Last year was just hell in the market, and I still can't make heads or tails yet of what kind of year it's gonna be, employment-wise, and not only continued employment-wise, but also from the standpoint of hiring. It really seems that way, and you know, I mean, when I go up and down the neighborhoods, you see the signs out there, and I still see them, where people are thanking the people on the front line. I think everybody appreciates what you all are doing. Okay, we're gonna go up there. Yeah, I'd imagine you're similar to me. I mean, video games have been a really nice escape. I'm laughing because I was waiting for you to bring that up. I can't lie to you. It has not been going extremely well. I played it for a little bit. I think I was telling you about this on Twitter. Where do I even begin? So I did the training, and then they said, "Hey, guess what? Now you've got." I know. They said, "Hey, you know what? Now we're gonna make you do it again, but this time you got to do things different." And so I thought, all right, I'll get out there and give it the old college try again. And so I said, all right, I'm gonna grab this poison. But here's the thing. I just get out there and I start murdering. And that's not the type of game where that goes well when you do that. So I create issues for myself. And I don't know. I haven't been back. It didn't go well on the boat. I tried it a few times. I did eventually make it off the boat. Yeah. I did eventually make it off the boat. I had everybody coming after me. They all knew that I had did it. I had done it, I should say. And I ended up killing a bunch of the cops. And I took one of their outfits, but I did it in front of a bunch of people. So they knew the goat was the goat and not a police officer. And, you know, I found an exit and I got the hell out of there. I don't know. I've got to go back to it, but I just don't know how feasible that is. I mean, there are so many games that I'm playing right now. I mean, I include Hitman on that list. But you've seen a few of them. I've got Rogue Legacy 2. I was playing Divinity Original Sin, Immortal, Phoenix Rising, Sea of Thieves. I've got Zombie Army 4. I know. It's really bad. I bought Zombie Army 4 like 3 weeks ago now. And I haven't even touched it, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. There's just so many games. Wes is going to be really upset about this. You know, I made a big deal out of them choosing that game, and oh, I'm going to be there, and it's going to be great. You know. Calyrex, what's going on? Yeah, so, I don't know. Hitman, am I going to get back to it? I'm not sure. Yeah, good for you. I want to play more of it. I would really like to participate in Game Club. Oh, good for you. Hades is tremendous. Evil Within 2 is awesome as well. I really enjoyed that game. I know, it's true. I have to do it. Vertigo. They're gonna put us upside down. That's not gonna work. Okay. You know, I played some Sekiro for a while. I made it very far in Sekiro. In fact, I made it to the end boss of the game. But there were bosses, and I'm not even joking about this. There were bosses in Sekiro that took me 2 or 3 weeks to get through them. Oh, I totally understand. I mean, I was addicted to Hades like I'm addicted to Rogue Legacy 2. I mean, I haven't been able to really put this game down either. Pretty much played it every day, and that's how it was with Hades as well. It's just got such a good hook. So I can totally appreciate what you're saying there. Kitty, how are you doing in Sekiro? How far have you gotten? Have you experienced the pain that's possible to experience with Sekiro? Odd. What's your go-to weapon so far, Calyrex? Oh, I have spent some time in the Surge. Yes. worked. Gotcha. Yeah, you've got to really commit to Sekiro, in my opinion. You know, to really nail those timings and the deflections that are required, the blocking, the deflecting. It's everything in that game. I feel like you've just got to commit to it. Well, I mean, at this point, I think it could be any game that's not called Hitman and doesn't require stealth, if I'm being honest. I just have to sit down and say, hey, this is a patient person's game, and I need to just be patient with it and enjoy it for what it is, and not, you know, feel like each level is its own little puzzle type situation, you know, that's forcing me to play it one way or the other. I don't know. I feel a little bit boxed in with Hitman. Are you considering the Surge, Calyrex? I don't know if the first one is on Game Pass, but the second one is. The Surge it's very difficult. It's you know, it's a Dark Souls-ish type experience. The unique thing about it is you get to remove enemies' limbs one by one. And, you know, you can focus on a limb, remove it, and then you get to use it as armor. So that's the unique factor to it. It's a fun game. I didn't get all the way through the first one. It just got extremely difficult in some of the spots, the robots. And I needed to grind a lot more, and I just didn't have it in me. Yeah, so, you know, tell me if this is unfair, if you think this is unfair about Hitman. It felt like to me, and I'm not a huge puzzler gamer, it felt like to me that each one of those stages is a puzzle. And there's moving parts, and some of them you can move. I mean, kind of like Jenga, almost. Some of the parts you can move. Others, if you try to move them, you're asking for it. And maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what I've got to go to Game Club and say. You know, let me explain to you why this game is like Jenga. And why when I sit down to play a game like that, all the pieces fall almost immediately. Those types of games just, you know, they're just not made for me. Bull in a china shop. All right. Oh. Oh, well, I mean, it needed to end after that, right? 825. That could be worse. Okay, can't see colors. That sounds fine. We'll get the Casablanca style. See, now that sounds fun, the NASCAR hit. I mean, I think that is what intrigues me about that game. You know, so I did think the poisoning was neat. You know, like I made it to the room, I found the rat poison in the maintenance area, right? And then I get to the room and the chef is standing there. And I'm standing next to the soup. I have the poison, and I can't figure out how to use the poison and put it in the soup. Now, that could have been user error, or maybe I wasn't standing in the right spot. I don't know. But then the chef starts getting belligerent with me. Okay, well, guess what? That needed a response. You know, it angered me. So, you know, next thing you know, the chef is down. People are, you know, they're suspicious. Why is the chef dead all of a sudden? And then next thing you know, I'm being asked to restart the level. And, you know, I mentioned this in a tweet about it too. Like, I know that you can kind of protect your progress. You know, you can keep saving along the way. At least in the PC version, you can probably do it in console too. But that just doesn't feel like the way to, you know, to play that game. Oh, doggone! I got close on that one. I think I remember reading about the NASCAR one where you've got to do something to the car, right? Yeah, I mean that was my experience with it. I did try to grab the glass that he was going to drink out of. However, the guy, you know, the guy that talks to him, the guy that, gosh, I mean, he had an interesting outfit. I'm sure you would agree. He came up, and you know, then you got everybody watching you, and the next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, well, this guy doesn't look familiar," and lo and behold, the murdering starts again. I can't let them all find me out. Yeah, maybe what I should do is wait for this video to process out. I'll submit it to Wes tomorrow so that you know, he can kind of see that the struggle is real, that I gave it a solid attempt. We've talked through it. You tried to mediate, you know. And that way they won't give me too much of a hard time if I show up saying, I played the game for 20 minutes. Wes will understand. He seems like good people. How long do I have? I mean, isn't it coming up? It's February 14th. Didn't they say like it's got to be done by the 20th or something? It seems damn near impossible at this point. Well, I'll see what I can do. I still have it installed. Maybe I'll pop it on tomorrow for a bit. See if I can get back into it. Oh, you haven't even started! What am I doing feeling bad? That's hilarious. I didn't know you hadn't even started. That's tremendous. Okay, well, then we can both show up saying, you know, that I played 20 minutes, you didn't play it at all. You know, you heard about my experience with it, and you decided that that was enough. Could make an informed decision on it at that point, after hearing from me on it. Okay, well then we've got this covered. We're pushing back on them together. Which Tomb Raider? The newer ones, right? But I think isn't there 3 of them? They were all really good. I think the first one was probably my favorite, just because of how new the format was. Not that it was new, but you know, they definitely changed things up. It was awesome. Yeah, we will. Okay, Shadow. All right. Yeah, I mean, I like them all. I would definitely play another one of those. Deal and take 100% more damage. I don't know. We're not gonna do that. Okay. Oops. So you've been to a game club before. I haven't. How do they feel about people showing up and talking about a different game? You know, like if we go there and we say, well, you know, we didn't play any Hitman, but man, let me tell you about this Rogue Legacy 2. Okay, gotcha. All right, so you are gonna get some in then. Well, then I'll tell you what. You see where you can make it to, and then let me know, and I'll try to match where you get to, and we'll play this one like that. But apparently I've got to catch up because you're talking about a NASCAR mission, which I don't know anything about. Oh, it's structured. Okay. So they'd say, you know, this goat is a rabble rouser. He's trying to take this thing over. We gotta get him out of here. I'd get the boot. Alright, we're gonna go over here. I do think it's really neat, though, what they do. I've told lots of people that are, you know, not on Twitter. There's people I play games with outside of this community. I told them about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's like book club, but video games. It's really neat. I know they do a podcast as well. Mecha Rekka and them. and I watched one or two of them, but I was kind of busy at the same time. And so I wasn't able to watch a lot of it. But from what I could tell very quickly, they were all very decent human beings. Really kind people. Goat Simulator. Yes, I have played Goat Simulator. And I have also played a game called Goat of Duty. It is a Steam game. It's free to play, and it's like Call of Duty, but it's a bunch of goats running around with guns. And those are all quality titles. Ah, okay, got it. So maybe the NASCAR one was one of the Hitman sequels. Let's see here. Go up and over. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's neat. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I don't really want to end this run yet. Let's go back over there. Yeah, I've got a handful of podcasts that I like, and I like to try and tune in live for them when I can. I do like the Stubbscast crew, and they were nice enough to have me on their show at one point. That was fun. I don't know how that happened. Oh, not at all. Hey, listen. There are no requirements in this chat room to have good grammar at all. Don't worry about it. It is also Sunday night. Relax. You know who else has a good show is the Indie Gamer. Okay, defeat all enemies. We can do this. Maybe. Low on life, but I think we can do... Nope. I hate that you're still vulnerable when you're doing that big... heavy shot. Alright, let's just... see if we can cheese these last few. There we go. effect, though. I don't think we're gonna last too much longer, but 2,200 gold is pretty decent. I'm okay with that. Oh yeah. Yep, it definitely has. Some of the characters have special traits. Sometimes they're negative traits, but for the negative traits you get additional percentage of gold. So if you look in the upper left, it says plus 28% right now, and that's because when they stick you with one of these crummy traits, you know, they pay you a little bit more for taking it on. Some of them are, you know, pretty game breaking, I would say. They're super challenging. Oh, we're gonna say nay to that. But others, you know, they're pretty tame. Like this one, just changing the color. You're getting that Casablanca goat right now. Okay. It's a weird room. While invincible deals 75% more damage. Nope. Your weapon applies burn. Why not? We're almost dead as it is. Let's go for it. Do some burning. Let's jump over to there, see if there's anything else we can grab. I think these guys are going to be rolling out an update to this game in maybe about a week, I think. And that's going to be good once they do, because it'll open up another biome to mess around in. I think there's going to be at least one new trait that they were talking about. No, so the black and white is a trait that the character has. So in this case, the character that I'm playing as is colorblind. So that's how they indicate it. But I can see how you would think that, because I am almost dead. Ooh, I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, you'll see, you know, you usually don't get the same traits right in a row, so when I die and start over as somebody new, they'll have a different trait, and most likely will have color again. waited a tad bit longer. So I heard Joe Biden beat his granddaughter in Mario Kart over the weekend. Oof, there it is. That's okay. Now we can get back to color. Okay, so if we go with this guy, there's going to be a ton of color. IIB muscle fibers. Yeah, that sounds like it could be good. 2B or IIB? I don't know what that is. Opening chest restores health. I feel like they're pushing me in this direction. This sounds okay. I don't know what that muscle fiber thing is all about though. Okay. I think we're gonna go this route. Boost damage. Oh, look at that jump. See the traits I was telling you about that are different every time? This guy's got a heck of a jump. Yeah, he did. I think they've got like an arcade set up at Camp David, and it looks like they've got the Mario Kart arcade game, which is a really great version of Mario Kart, I think. The one that takes your picture and everything. You've probably seen it. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah, I think that jump is going to help in the new area that I kind of opened up. Okay, gotcha. It's kind of an older one. I would imagine they've got multiple versions of it now. But the arcades like the Dave & Buster's and the GameWorks of the world, they'll usually have a few machines networked together. The cool thing about it is they take your picture before the race starts, and it superimposes you on, whoever your racer is. So part of Bowser's face or part of Mario's face, and then, when you're racing, that picture shows up by your car. It's really neat. Just adds a layer to the enjoyment over it. Okay, let's go up and over. This jump is really coming in handy. very much so. Absolutely. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping it does. It's definitely got its advantages. I mean, in spots like this, it's kind of tight. I go pretty easy on it, but yeah, it's got some advantages so far, I'll say. This at the moment, so let's leave that there actually. So are you watching any TV lately? I got addicted to Mr. Robot. I've been burning through it. See, this is looking for some kind of ability that I don't have. I think I've got to beat one of the bosses in order to unlock that. Yeah, Mr. Robot is very, very good. Rami Malek is stupendous in that role. Just his look in general, you know, he's supposed to play a weird guy, and you know, if you saw him on the street, you'd say, boy, you know, that's kind of a weird looking dude. So from a casting standpoint, they really nailed it. And then on top of that, his acting is really great. I mean, I think he's got good range too. You know, we saw him play Freddie Mercury, very different type of role than this one, and he really nails it. Really does. But you know, what do you say about that show without giving anything away? You know, it's a show about, let's just say hackers, and we'll leave it at that. Computer hackers. And, you know, really great writing. It is a thinking show, though, I'll say that too. So it's not one of those shows you can just put on as background noise to look at while you're focusing on your cell phone. I know we all have shows like that. I don't want to talk about Bling Empire. We don't need to go there. Hey, listen, you know, I was cruising through Netflix, as one does, and, you know, saw the show sitting out there. I popped in for a little bit. How are you, Retro? Good evening. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. And yes, Rogue Legacy 2, early access, and it is phenomenal. Alright, you know what? We are going to come back to Axis Mundi in just a second. I'm going to knock out a couple more rooms over here first. Retro, have you played any Rogue Legacy 2 yet? It's currently on the Epic Store. Yeah, it's really phenomenal. They did a lot of visual upgrades. I mean, I played the last one on the Vita. Remember Vita Island? I know people still live there. I sadly do not live there anymore. Moved on from the Vita. Back up here. Okay, got it. Well, it's a special game for sure. You've got a lot to look forward to. This is probably 14, 15 hours or so in, and you know, I think they've got an update coming out pretty soon. But even as it is, it's been a really great time so far. Bunch of different classes, awesome upgrades, really neat magic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in here this way. Yep. First one was great. I agree. Alright, let's go here. I'd say that this one is probably harder than the first one. But, you know, like any good roguelike, you keep playing it and you get some better runs here and there and buy some cool upgrades along the way. So I kind of muscled my way into this area. It requires a special ability that I don't have, but I was able to grab this relic that gave me a triple double jump, and then I permanently opened up this portal so that I could just jump right into here whenever I wanted to. I don't know if that's supposed to happen like that or not, but I figured out my way in. But it makes it really hard to get around in here. Yeah, for sure. I agree. They added this thing too where when you get hit, you can jump again after a hit. You know, they give you like an extra move when you're in that invincible phase after getting hit, and that's been interesting too. Yeah, see, I think I'm pretty much stuck in this spot now. Because these little glowing torches are something that I'm supposed to be able to, you know, probably have a I'm envisioning it as an electric whip that'll just latch onto those things and let me cruise on through, but I don't have it. So let's see if I can maybe warp back. Yeah, here we go. All right. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Same. I enjoy a good challenge. And Castlevania is that's a great one. Did you like the 3D version of those games? And I'm not talking about the N64 ones, although there are those too. I was more thinking about the recent ones that we got. I want to say Patrick Stewart did the voice work on one of the characters, if I'm remembering right. Zobek, I think he played. I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque. Oops. Go. I do enjoy all of the side scrollers that we've been getting lately that are usually called 2D Dark Souls games. Oh boy. Yeah. That's right. Okay. I liked them too. And I agree with you. It is unpopular opinion for sure, but I enjoyed them. I didn't love all of the jumping sections. You know, it's tough to nail those in 3D. I think... Well, let's go this one more room and then we'll fight the boss and probably lose. He's very tough. Feeling those were going to be spikes over there. All right. Let's give this boss a go. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Kitty and I were just talking about stealth games a little bit ago. Hitman specifically. And we were both talking about how, oh boy, we're supposed to be playing it for this game club that one of our Twitter buddies does, where it's like book club for video games, and we're struggling with fulfilling the obligation, let's say. Just don't always love stealth. So the sequel, you'll see here, they implemented a level up system as well to each character class. But what I found out the other day is that every time you level up, you know, like in this case, we got a buff to dexterity, it goes to all the character classes that you can play as. So pretty neat. I didn't know that. All right, so let's see what we got here. Crippling intellect. Play as this character to reveal this trait. That doesn't sound very good. And we've got the colorblind thing happening as well here. Since you haven't gotten to this game before, now let's show off the chef class. It's interesting. And then here's the upgrade tree, and as you open up upgrades, it builds the castle behind you. Some of these are just locked right now because it's in early access, but anyways, let's, you know what, let's buff all the way the damage. Let's do that. That'll be good. Yeah, it's true. I'm not a big stealth gamer, and you know, Hitman is a game that, you know, it wants you to play it in a certain way. And I kind of like to have more options available, let's say. Kind of forces your hand a little bit more than I like. But, you know, I'd like to maybe spend a little bit more time with it. Boy, they really didn't start us off with that much health, did they? 73. Yikes. So the frying pan can knock guys back, and it also sets them on fire and does chip damage, which is nice. It can block projectiles too. Well, block is the wrong way to say it. It can fire them back like that. That's cool. You know, I appreciate that these games exist, and you know, I know there's lots of people out there that like them, and so I'm glad they're available. I don't know. It might just be a patience thing about me, you know, where I just kind of want to keep the game moving, and I don't want to wait for the conversation to finish up, and so on and so forth. You know, like, honestly, I would love to be able to enjoy a game like, I'm going to get the title wrong, but the Alien one that came out. Just, you know, the areas where, all right, you've got to hide in this locker now until this thing leaves. It just doesn't do it for me. I wish it did. Because they're really neat games, some of them. Are you going to be picking anything up in the Steam sale? Ooh, thought I got out of there in time. So here's what the chef can do now that my life is low. Cook up a meal and then you get a bunch of health back. I've got 2 more uses, but if I pick up a chicken along the way, it'll refresh my uses. Let's see, every relic increases your damage by 10%. Gosh, I mean, to lose more health, we don't even have that much. We're gonna have to pass on that for now. It's a little bit early to be running into the boss, because he typically ends my run. Okay, let's call it what it is. So, we're gonna cruise on back up. Try to find some more gold before we do that. Who knows, maybe it's the chef's lucky day. But we're gonna go based on history. That guy in time. Right now I'm still considering what I might grab in the sale, but there's a few contenders, Noita being one of them. People are also just having a blast with Valheim. I'm quite intrigued about that game. And then there's another one. Okay, let's see. No jumping, no dashing, don't get hit. So, how then? How does that get done? We're gonna have to say no to that. Yeah, it's not just you. So if you remember back to the first Rogue Legacy, some characters have traits that change the look of the game. This character happens to be colorblind, so that's how they're representing that trait. I'm quite all right with that. We'll go back to color next time. All right, 1700, not bad. Let's see, do we go with the barbarian? Or do we go? Let's go barbarian. Yeah, it's neat. All right, well I guess we're spending our money on that. Cruising on through. So, Calyrex, I know we've been talking about PC games a little bit, and the Steam sale. Tell me, and Retro, if you're still out there, Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Night. Have either of you heard about that one? I'm hearing great things about it. I've got a colleague that is playing the game. He's raving about it. And Retro, I was bringing it up because you talked about your love for Castlevania games. It's definitely got that Salt and Sanctuary Vigil type feel to it. Like I was saying earlier, you know, it's one of those games that they describe as a 2D Dark Souls type experience. We'll take that. Those guys are really tough. If I can cheese them from down below, I'll do so every time. Not ready to go here yet, but we'll grab the coins and whatever else. Okay. We may come back there. Room. Oh. Gotta look before you leap. Alright, so we found a boss. Let's keep moving through. That was worth it for a couple chests. Okay, let's go back up. Okay. Let's see where we want to go here. That worked well. Timing on this axe somehow, I mean, it's super powerful. Somehow, sometimes, that's what I meant to say. You just get to the point where you want to swing it, but you can't. It's got like a little bit of a recharge window on it. That's good, we needed that. Oh, that is killer. Great timing on that. We're gonna pass on that. We will come down here. So the magic opens up hidden areas in this one. If you see like a crack in the wall. Can't do much there. Same here, we're not going to do that one either. Some of these we're just not going to get our participation points, and that's okay. Yeah, see, this is another area that is currently under construction. Perfect. Ah, boy. I don't want to get hit by that now. Three coins is kind of small for a chest. Is it just me? Seems a little bit small. Okay. Let's see. That might be all she wrote. It might be time to hit the boss up. If we can make it there alive. I appreciate everybody that stopped by so far tonight, hanging out. More room up. And the Barbarian is super durable. We've already taken quite a beating throughout the dungeon, and our armor is chewed off. Yeah, absolutely, Retro. It was good seeing you. Let's have a run at this boss here. I think we know how it's going to go, but hey, we'll give it a try. Don't really want to get hit. There we go. Okay, Lamech, let's do it. I dodged it. Going okay so far. Ah! Come on. There we go. Nail him a few times when he does that. Okay, part 2 Lamech coming up. Now he's even, oh, he's even more angry now. He moves pretty fast for having a bunch of swords and arrows in his back. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Holy smokes. This might happen. One time. Holy smokes! Holy smokes. Completely unexpected. Wow. That was tremendous. I'm at a loss. I don't know what I just collected, but I bet it does something good. Thank you, Retro. I'm blown away. Ooh, that was a rush. Tremendous. Alright, let's just keep it going here. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if there's much I'm going to be able to do in this area because I don't have whatever the special ability is, but at this point, I don't care. $30 health, it's not going to last too long. Balls of Terror. Okay. So we can't do anything that way. let's see. Yeah, we are pretty much boned at this point. So I think we're gonna just kind of take care of ourselves here. Okay. I want to see Lamech pop up. In the long line of enemies that met their demise. There it is. Now let's see what happens here. Okay. Getting hit darkens the screen. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with that. Or are they gonna tell us what happened here? I feel like something should have happened with Lamech going down. Increase living safe's gold conversion. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Throw away less gold every time. IVC panic attacks. I just want to see if anything opens up. Ah, I see. Well, I guess it's not gonna tell us anything explicit about Lamech being taken down, but I'd imagine that does something for us in the long run. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream on a high note. That was a tremendous battle. Retro, I'm glad somebody saw it. So thank you to everyone that came by and spent a little bit of time shooting the breeze with me on a Sunday evening. Depending on where you are, maybe it's not Sunday evening, but it is for me, and really appreciate you all coming by and having some fun here. Rogue Legacy 2, what a game. Early access or not, this has just been a tremendous experience so far. So to all of you again, thank you, and hope to see you next time. And you all take care. Thanks so much, Retro. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, buddy.